There is no denying that everyone who has ever existed must die at some point. Not just humans, but all other living beings. Will it ever be possible for humans or any other living creature to escape death? Will science ever advance far enough to bring a dead person back to life or make him a never-dying immortal? You will be surprised to learn that an American corporation is already working on this project. This indicates that a very quick pace of work is being put out into that cheating formula.
Aeronautics refers to the study of flying machines. Building electronic equipment is known as electronics, whereas designing robots is known as robotics. Similarly, the field of keeping a dead human body in the aim of reviving it is known as cryonics. Experts are fairly optimistic that medical research will advance to the point where it can either stop someone from dying or perhaps bring them back to life after they have passed away in the next 50 or 70 years. For people who are interested in living again after death and have a great deal of faith in medical research, there is a corporation named Alcor Life Extension Foundation with its headquarters in Scottsdale, Arizona. This office appears to be an ordinary office from the exterior, but at the center of this building, a strange scene can be observed. The bodies of approximately 300 people and 33 dogs are also frozen here in the aim of being resurrected in these massive steel tanks that generate smoke.
In Alcor, death is not seen in the same way that we do, but Alcor's team believe that these people are also normal humans, except that their hearts do not beat and they sleep quietly for a long period of time. Aside from the fact that every portion of their body is in the perfect working order, we can also infer that time has frozen for these 300 people for the foreseeable future. If medical science were to successfully revive them after 70 years, they would be brought back to life in their future as shown in science fiction movies about time travel or time machines. There is so much cold inside of these containers that it is not even on the world's coldest continent, Antarctica. Amazingly, the temperature inside these liquid nitrogen fill tanks is minus 196 degrees Celsius. This temperature is managed 24 hours a day by a computer, and there are backup generators in case of power outages. There are 5 neuro individuals, that is only their heads, and 4 full bodies.
Yes, only the human head and face are intended to be frozen in this little container. Out of 300 patients, 116 have only had their heads frozen, ensuring that their brains and all memories and data housed within are completely protected. Only the face and brain will be their own, according to cryonic researchers, when they are brought back to life. The rest of their body will be made of artificial materials. They will remember everything that happened to them before they died. Furthermore, they will be capable of using their brains in the same manner as a typical individual. Their prosthetic body will likewise receive brain messages, and their artificial heart will pump like a real heart. However, how all of this will be made practical is the real question. Cryonics is not as straightforward as it appears. Simply submerging the body in liquid nitrogen won't do the job. It's a lengthy and expensive process.
Alcor charges $220,000 to cryogenically store an entire body for 50 years. Alcor charges $220,000 to cryogenically store an entire body for 50 years. Also, if someone only wants to cryoprotect their head, they must deposit $80,000 before they die. After accepting the terms and completing all the paperwork, the patient's name is now added to the Alcor's waiting list. Yes, a team of doctors who work remotely and are available at all times. As soon as they learn that the patient is likely to die, so they begin making special arrangements for this body immediately. The procedure of cryoprotection on the patient's body starts as soon as he passes away within an hour. He is taken to Alcor's facility. According to experts, the likelihood of his resurrection increases the sooner the process is begun after his death. What precisely is the procedure though that is so crucial for his revival?
When a person dies, his heart stops, and with it, his veins stop pumping blood. When the blood supply to various body parts is cut off, These organs begin to fail one after another. A mechanical pump is attached to the patient's chest after death to artificially pump blood to the body until the cryoprotection process starts and continues to pump up body parts. But it does not end there yet. The actual action begins thereafter in the surgery room. Here, an unique chemical is injected back into the body in place of the patient's blood after being completely extracted from their body with the aid of a pump. We must keep in mind that the human body is composed of 60 to 70% water. If the body is placed in liquid nitrogen, the water will crystallize inside the cells, causing the cells to break and become irreparably damaged.
Alcor experts believe that if antifreeze liquid is put into the patient's veins and their body temperature is progressively decreased, the organs can be kept healthy. Normal water has a freezing point of 0 degree, whereas the antifreeze liquid has a freezing point of minus 100 degrees. The benefit is that the organs already freeze before this particular antifreeze liquid when the body temperature drops. The body's temperature drops until it reaches a point when it turns into a stone like a glass. At that point, it is lifted and placed in a tank of liquid nitrogen, where it is always kept at minus 196 degrees Celsius. It can stay safe there forever. The cryoprotect surgery takes a team of doctors 12 hours to complete the entire body, but patients who want to preserve their head just have to go through a 6-hour procedure. The brain is first cryoprotected, then it is put into a container and put into a nitrogen tank.
Walking through these containers will give you the impression that you are passing through a cemetery. It seems unlikely that modern technology could revive them. Each container contains a picture of the patient who can be seen at any moment by their family. Anita Ruskin, a resident of California, is one of these patients. Anita registered with Alcor in the hopes of being revived because she had cancer in many regions of her body and thought she wouldn't have much time left to live. In the final weeks of her life, Anita also participated in a number of TV interviews and even agreed to have the cryonics procedure filmed on her. Anita's husband, who stood by his wife till the end, chose to sign up for cryonics as well, hoping to cross paths with her fellow traveler in this world once more in the upcoming years. We have seen one form of cryonics in science fiction movies like Captain America and Star Wars.
Dear friends, share your thoughts with us in the comment section. What do you think, whether science fiction is actually turning into a reality in the upcoming years?
That's it for today. Bye for now.